Nation of Fit in 10, welcome to day 39, and of course we are heading into the final 4 weeks, if you can believe it. Not quite yet, but in a couple days. We're almost into the 40s, which is really kind of hard to believe, but it does go by super fast. And I want to encourage you or remind you again that if you've fallen off the wagon or you've gone through a period of hardship, or you encountered maybe a period of time where it was harder for you to focus, or you had some commitments come up, or you messed up, you just got to keep going. You got to keep trying every day. Okay, these moments of maybe taking a few steps backwards, this is going to happen time and time again. All right, but the more effort you put in going forward, the closer you will get to your goal. Okay, so, I'm sure you realize this, but you need to hear this. I know you need to hear this, okay? So I'm just gonna say it again. The more effort you put in, the more you try, even if there's been mess ups, the more you keep trying, the closer you'll get to your goal, all right? Do not think that because there have been some times where there's things haven't been the way you've wanted them to be, that there's just no point. Or that maybe you just give yourself another day off or another couple days off. Okay? No. As soon as you realize it, and as soon as you can get back on the horse, do so. Okay? Get moving forward. Keep going. All right. More feedback from yesterday, so let's get into it. This person writes, through the 10 weeks, is there a typical period of time where we can expect to plateau and a period of time where we can expect to see more change? No, 10 weeks is, it's a decent period of time. You're not going to plateau. Okay, you're not going to plateau because, first of all, there's changes that I actually make through the challenge. So maybe you would plateau, maybe. Okay, let's consider some instances where you might plateau. If I didn't change anything in the program and you were already working out at the gym, maybe you will, okay? 10 weeks is not that long of a time where you will see any kind of plateau, okay? It's too short of a period of time. Plus, as I mentioned, I'm making changes as the challenge goes out. Cardio gets more intense. You do a little bit more cardio. You're becoming more proficient with your training. Your diet is changing, okay? I do lower your calories. I do make changes to your macros. You get better with time. You may not think you do, but you do, okay? There might be a little bit of up and down, but over time you're gonna get better. So with all of this, there's no way you're gonna plateau, okay? You're not gonna plateau in 10 weeks. No, absolutely not. Okay, just make sure you follow everything. There's a reason for everything that's implemented in this program, all right? If you follow it, there's no way you should plateau in 10 weeks. And you know what, even if I didn't change your diet at all, you probably wouldn't plateau in 10 weeks. Or maybe you plateau right towards the end. All right. Name something specific you can improve upon for the following week. This week, I missed a workout due to conflicts with work. Okay. Name something specific you need help with. It's getting hard to balance fitness life with regular life. It's easy to stick to the diet plan and workout routine when there is nothing else to worry about that week. But with the weeks where there are work commitments or social activities, it becomes much harder to accurately track macros, especially when you don't have control of things like where to eat or what is being served. In terms of social events, I still think this is something that is a choice. All right. To a certain degree, now you can correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. I still think there's something that is, social activities is a choice. I'm not saying don't socialize. And I understand when you're socializing, it is certainly fun. I was at my mom's house this past weekend, and, she made food and everything. So, I gave myself a bit of downtime with my diet. I'll fully admit that. So I can understand, I can see this. I know. But it is still a choice at the end of the day, right? Just like it was my choice this weekend to do that. Now, with all this being said, I don't know how much control you have over things. I will tell you, you probably have a lot of control. You should. Work commitments, fair enough. Maybe you can't. I don't know if your work commitments involve eating or not, so maybe you want to write me a bit more on this. But if it's just eating, I mean, this is just pre-planning ahead, right? Okay, or maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. This is really just about pre-planning ahead. Make your meals ahead of time. When you go to your work commitments, don't indulge in anything, or indulge in very little if possible. I think that's possible. And then, eat your pre-planned meals before and or after. Like when I was in university, we used to have labs, and my chem labs they gave us 4 hours for the lab, and these labs took the 4 hours. Like, if I got a lab done 15 minutes early, I was lucky. But for the most part, you're working to the very end to get your lab done. It takes, all of the 4 hours. And I was on a pretty strict regime, trying to eat every 3 hours. And so this was really stressful to me, because I'm like, I just can't do it. I need the 4 hours, and I'm just not gonna be able to eat. So I just timed myself, made my meals so that, of course I was off schedule to some degree, but I did my best. So I would eat, basically right before going into lab, and then I would plan to eat right when I got outside of the lab. All right, and now this is just one example, but you've really got to try to make it work for yourself. And if you can't, just do your best, okay? Don't make this, and I'm not saying you are, but don't make this an excuse for you to just say, well, you know what? I might as well write off the whole day because I got messed up in the morning or whatever. I got messed up in the afternoon. I might as well just write off the whole day. No, just get back on the horse as soon as you can. Pre-planning is everything when it comes to this. Pre-planning your meals, taking them with you. I will admit I don't do this now because I'm so close to the gym. I usually will just go back and forth. I'll create some meals. I mean, sometimes I'm stuck at the gym for a number of hours, so I'll make, 1 or 2 meals. But when I was in university, I would literally take 5 meals with me, and because I was at school all day. So, where there's a will, there's a way. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's fun. I'm not saying, it's not hard, but where there's a will, there's a way. So, but if it gets to the point where you just can't do it for that, and it's a very short period of time, right? I mean, if you have a work commitment, yes, can't be more than a whole day, right? I'm assuming, unless you're traveling or something. That's another topic, I guess, in and of itself, but that you can plan for as well. So, if you give me more specifics here, maybe I can offer you some help. But, as I mentioned, these periods that may throw you off, or if you've gone through periods that throw you off, okay, we just got to kind of put that behind us. Maybe think of ways going ahead in the future, think of ways to work around these problems, okay? Because I would think that these whatever work commitments or social engagements are probably going to be somewhat reoccurring, right? Okay, so I don't know if I help you with that, but maybe give me some more info and I can help you. But I suspect that my answer you're not gonna like. All right, this person, wow, 0 resistance-based workouts this week. 1 cardiovascular conditioning session. Jeez, okay, what happened this week? Were you sick? All right, name something specific you can improve on for the following week. I really got off track. Okay, well, there's our answer. I think the confidence I had from a good first scan tripped me up. Okay, you did have a very good first scan, as did many of you. I started feeling really tired in my body. Took some extra naps, then took a day off, then had a beer, and it was downhill from there. Okay, this week I will get back on track. Going to bed early, committing to the AM workout, logging my food. Okay, so, we have to be careful with this. Now, the fact that you are tired, I think is totally, you probably should listen to your body. Take a day off, sleep extra, get in some extra naps, and then see how you feel, but probably cap it there. Don't let things spiral out of control. Okay, so I'll be honest with you, I've been actually feeling the same way these last couple weeks. So what I did with my training is I said, okay, I'm not going to do, and I've been known to do this in the past, I make drastic changes. No, I don't do that anymore. So all I did is I just lowered my volume in the gym by about 20%. And that's what I'm going to do for the next couple weeks. So all my workouts, everything else is going to be the same, diet's going to be the same, everything's going to be the same. I'm just going to lower my volume by 20% in the gym, which basically means I'm cutting out one set per exercise. That's all I'm doing. Just going to cut out one exercise. I'm still going to work super hard, but I'm going to cut out one set on every one and just see how I feel over the next couple weeks. But this is the type of thinking that I want you to go through with. So yeah, maybe take a day off, okay? But don't make too many changes that take you way off of your routine, okay? 11 minutes. Okay, let's talk maybe a bit more about this tomorrow. But you know what? This is partly not the way you're feeling per se, but this is partly, and like, it's easy to go really really hard with whatever routine you're working with for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, right? Maybe, or 4 weeks, but 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 2 months, right? 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, year. Okay, right? It's like how long can you go with something? Right? So again, it's about finding that happy medium that you can sustain and stick with, right? And this will be just dependent on each individual, okay? How we're wired, all of our responsibilities, how much we can handle. We're all different, and that's not a knock on anybody. Just do your best. Message of the day here: measured and methodical over time will get you to where you want to go. Kind of is fitting for today. Measured and methodical, right? So, this isn't just something else I want to mention here. If you fall off track, write out everything that you're still doing, because this is important. Because your memory chances are your memory will be off when you go back in time and you try to figure out what happened. Write out everything you did. Like this week I didn't work out, missed this day, didn't do any cardio, missed this day, did this with my diet. Okay, well, we can expect for there to be some repercussions body composition wise as a result of that. Okay, depending on how long it went on for. Right? So being measured and being methodical, right? Taking accurate notes, knowing what's changed, when it changed. This is really, really important. Or else it just becomes, a stab in the dark, becomes a guessing game, usually fueled by emotions, right? Frustration, right? This is not helpful when you're trying to get ahead. Measured and methodical over time will get you to where you want to be, just like a roadmap. A roadmap involves no feelings, right? It just involves following a set of steps to get you from point A to point B. Positive energy, positive vibes, believe in yourself, for the love of God, give some gratitude, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow.